Hey, what's up guys, it's me again and welcome back to my channel Mayta. What ifs. Today I am back with a new story. The name of the story is What If Neglected Naruto Turned into Pyramid Head. And yeah guys, it is an unscripted story and my own idea. Now before continuing this, it's going to be dark because it involves elements from Silent Hill game. And yeah, since it's a horror game and Pyramid Head is a iconic monster from that game, I was hoping to make it. Why? Because I was about to go into my, community posts on my PC on my channel to search for an idea until a PlayStation notification popped up and a trailer. Silent Hill F, if you haven't checked out, make sure you do so. It's based on in Japan and the monsters there look quite unique, to be honest. And yeah, I know the gameplay is goofy and funny. I just downloaded Simple Planes and you know what? It's kind of an interesting game. I'm kind of addicted to it, to be honest. Anyways, I'm not gonna, bore you anymore. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And you have been advised, this is going to be dark. So, yeah. Without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Our story begins in Konoha Gakure no Sato on October 9th at nighttime, 8 years after the Kyuubi attack. As we go towards an 8-year-old Naruto Uzumaki, who was currently roaming the streets with a frown on his face, as he had tears in his eyes that were unshed. How did this happen? A few hours ago, it was supposed to be the happiest day of his life. He, alongside his family, was supposed to celebrate it. But, as usual, his siblings, the golden duo Menma and Mito, took all the spotlight. And his parents, they obviously favored them, and that is why they focused on them. And when he tried to finally lash out and speak, all he got was a slap to the face and being told that how ungrateful he was and told to get out for the time being as a form of punishment from his own mother, who always preached that Uzumakis never leave one of their own behind. Naruto was heartbroken, and right now he was moving across the streets of Konoha all on his own. The only person in this village that ever gave a damn about him was Hiruzen's Harutobi and Jiraiya. But even Jiraiya, after the prophecy was given, was focusing more and more on the aspects of Menma and Mito, neglecting Naruto in some sense. As Naruto was deep within his own thoughts, trying not to shed any tear and suppress his anger, frustration, and rage, was suddenly yanked by the collar of his shirt and thrown against an alleyway wall that was completely blocked. What the? Ow! Who did this? Said Naruto, as suddenly he was stabbed into the palm of his hand. As he tried to scream, but he was then tied around the mouth. You think you would be allowed to scream and get help? No, not today, Kyuubi. We're going to have a field day with you. Hey, remember we can't kill him. Minato-sama has given us permission to beat him down just to vent out our anger, but not to kill him. Hearing these words, Naruto, even in the midst of the pain, was shocked. His eyes widened. His own father put these people up to it? No, that couldn't be. As Naruto's face was covered in disbelief, look at his face. You're thinking that it's not possible. They hate you because they see through your fake it, Kyuubi. You tried to impersonate the dead child of the Hokage, and he saw through your blame. And now, it's up to us to finally put you to rest. Hey, we can't kill him. Remember, he's weakened like this. Damn it. You should be grateful, because what we're about to do is downright horrendous. And so, the beat down on Naruto of the century began. They used even axes, shoving them straight into his ribcage, breaking them, but to such extent that he would be in pain and agony. And a lot of other senbon needles were stabbed alongside with kunais. Blood dripped out, but thanks to Uzumaki's genes, they were being healed, and Naruto was being forcefully injected with healing injections made out of healing chakra, while sewing up his wounds as immediately as possible, making the torture eternal, as Naruto was now almost rolling his eyes back into the skull. Kyuubi itself was disgusted beyond anything, but unbeknownst to them, deep underground, hidden within the shrine, something was stirring awake, something that should have stayed to rest. Something from the demonology itself. As suddenly, Naruto, after being beaten for hours to no end, was left there on the ground. His wounds were teared open, and from its blood itself appeared a metal triangular face plate. It had a lot of spikes in it. As suddenly the blood of Naruto turned black and began to drag Naruto towards it, and Naruto's head was engulfed into it. No pain was felt by him, and suddenly a huge burst of dark energy was released. Everyone froze, and suddenly emerged the shinobis and Anbus, in the guidance of Minato, Jiraiya, and Hiruzen and Kushina themselves. And there, standing in front of them, was a huge blast of red and black chakra, until it died down. A figure was standing there wearing a triangular metal plate. His body was pale white, wound marks still there but healed. It was 6 feet tall, and it had a huge blade that bubbled from the black blood from the ground and came into his hand. It was so huge that the being began to move slowly towards them, bare feet, dragging the blade. "Stop! Identify yourself! Who are you?" But the being, it didn't make any sound. Just dragging of the blade was the only sound it emitted. "If you don't identify yourself, we will be engaging. We have to." And so, that is what they did. They tried to engage, only for one of the Konoichis to be grabbed by the pyramid head, and literally, with one of its hands, tear the skin from the front side apart. And everyone froze on their places, as suddenly the blood that dripped from the body, the lifeless body of the Konoichi, turned black, and it was dissolved, as if it never existed. And they all were terrified now. "What is this monster? We have to get out of here now." And so all of them did. All of them left and hid. But the pyramid head, it was only beginning, claiming its only first victim. The village, within an hour, realized that the whole village was silent. And there was fog, thick fog everywhere. Some of the daring shinobis or civilians trying to move outside, they saw it passing by, only stopping in front of those few who might have done something, felt a little bit of guilt doing so, or had a grudge, and he killed them without any remorse. Some of the kids were, well, saved, while the others, they weren't so. It was a nightmare in real life itself. They tried to use ninjutsu, chakra attacks, every ounce of power that they could use against it, but nothing seemed to affect it. Each and every wound that inflicted on it was healed instantly. It couldn't be stopped. That is, until the sun began to rise. The fog was still thick, but the pyramid head, it has disappeared. What was that? I think it only appears in the middle of the night. How many are dead? We have to find out. And it was found out only 50 victims have been claimed in a single night. 50 of them are dead. This is not good. Not good at all. We need to find out why these people were targeted. But unbeknownst to them, an old sage in the Land of Fire capital was stirred awake as well. Dear God, as he clenched his heart and fell down from his meditative position. Elder Saitama, we need to go to Konoha now. What? Why? They have freed a cursed monster that should have been laid to rest. And there's no stopping it until we make them stop it. I don't understand. What are you talking about? You won't. We have to leave now and arrive there before the sun set. Otherwise, a new hell has opened for Konoha until then. Until the next sunrise. And so, they arrived. But unfortunately, the sun had set. We have to wait here and hope that the village would be able to survive. As soon as the sun set, dragging sound was heard across the streets, and that was more than enough of indication that the people bent and hid themselves. Some of them were not so lucky though. The screams filled throughout the air. Everyone flinched when they heard that, as a gurgling sound was the following next. One after the other, the victims were being claimed, and the second night set, more than 200 people were dead already. Minato, He was seated inside the Hokage office, as the village was still covered in thick fog. This is not normal. Not normal at all. It's like we unleashed a demon somehow, but we don't know. We will find out now, Minato. We will find out about this. But Manma, he was the one who only noticed now. Wait, where is Naruto? As Minato and Kushina looked towards one another, and so did Jiraiya. Yeah, I haven't seen the kid. Is he even okay? Who cares? He's the Kyuubi's incarnate. Would be dead by now. As Jiraiya then said, "No, he's not. I keep telling you that the boy is normal. Why can't you believe me? His behavior is odd. He's way too quiet to be an Uzumaki or Namikaze. Some children are born that way. It's quite common in the triplet scenario. I don't care what you say. To me, that child is a demon. And I have regret of not being able to save my son. And guilt." As that is when an envoy arrived. Kagesama, great sage from the temple from the land of fire, has arrived. He wishes to meet you and the council. Not now, we're in the middle of something. He says it's urgent. Bring him in. Within half an hour, the council was arranged and the man arrived. Greetings, Council of Konoha. Thank you, Hokage-sama, for allowing me to speak. Have you been witnessing something paranormal from the last night? As everyone stiffed, what do you mean by that? Said Danzo. A metal plate wearing monster that drags its blade and hunts down people. Only a selective few. And everyone's eyes widen. How do you know that? That thing is an ancient being. Manifestation of the anger, guilt, hatred, and trauma. That is a pyramid head. A monster that was laid to rest centuries ago. And it has manifested yet again. Because of the scale being tipped, the seals being broken, and a soul crying out for help. I've been able to see through the prophecy. If we are not going to stop it now, then we won't be able to stop it ever again. What do you mean by that? Is it that troublesome? It won't stop until all of you are dead, or at least those who are guilty of something. And all of us in the Elemental Nation are guilty. It's gonna spread like wildfire. Once Konoha is done, Land of Fire will be next, and then what? The whole Elemental Nation? We can't be able to contain it or stop it. Great Elder Saitama, with all due respect, sir, we are in the midst of a war against a monster. A monster that you claim that is powered by trauma, guilt, and as well as hatred. How are we gonna fight it? Each and every attack we tried is healed. It's immortal. You can't kill it. It will disappear only. Since the seals have been broken, it will only disappear and reappear and continue to do so each and every night. The only way to help yourself is, and to defeat it in a sense, is admit your guilt, trauma, and all the bad deeds that you have done. Admitting it, living up to it, and owning it, and repenting for it will be the only way to stop that monster. That is easier said than done, said Danzo. I know, Danzo-sama. But that is the only way, otherwise the whole Elemental Nation is doomed. We are not afraid of a monster, as you claim his head name is Pyramid Head. We will find a way to defeat him. Konoha has fought worst enemies. Worst monsters before, not this one. No. As suddenly, a news has appeared yet again. 2 more Pyramid Heads have emerged. In Takigakure and in Sunagakure. Turns out that Jinchuriki were the ones who turned into it. As that is when we see the Great Toad Elder say, summoned for Jiraiya. Jiraiya boy, what have you done? What did I do? What has your village done? It has awoken an ancient monster that existed even before the age of Sage or Kaguya Tsuki. It was put down by the old ancient monks, the noise that has been lost for decades. We can't stop it. What? Yes, we can't. That monster was buried deep within the core of the earth that you have revived and awakened. Now they are spreading. They're being the manifestation of those people who have been wronged. Try to confront them. Try to reason with them. Maybe there is a way. As Jiraiya, after hearing this, returned, and he had an idea who that pyramid head creature might be. Listen, Minato. Has Naruto been found? No, now is not the time to find it. I think I might have an idea who is that pyramid head. Who? As Jiraiya looked at him only, with a solemn expression. No, it can't be. Not him. He's a monster. He's a child who was labeled as one by his own parents and by his own village. No, I refuse to believe it. The sun began to set, as suddenly it emerged again, and now it was moving towards the bigger targets. By the next sunrise, more than 300 people were wiped out. Danzo, Koharu, Homura, the Hyuga clan members, the clan elders from different clans, and those who have corrupted hearts, wiped out. Civilians were downright terrified because of the rumor that had spread. The people came in front of those who were behind this. We did not knew that we were doing this. If we would have known that, we wouldn't have hurt the child. Well, you have. There's nothing we can do. We have to own up to our mistake. I will go and talk to it, said Hiruzen. As Hiruzen and Jiraiya arrived and stood in the street, suddenly the dragging blade sound was heard, and slowly, with each heavy step, dragging its blade behind, the pyramid head creature arrived and stopped in front of them, in the midst of the thick, foggy night. Naruto. As a heavy humming sound came from within, as if it agreeing to it. You really are Naruto. As the thing nodded slowly. Why are you doing this? He only pointed for them to move out of the way. He had nothing against them. We have to stop you, son. This is outrageous. You're killing left and right. People are terrified. Next thing they knew, they were flown with a slam of Naruto's arm to the other side. He had such strength that they were badly wounded as Naruto began to drag its blade towards his own home, the Uzumaki Namikaze state. Well, the news reached the next day that Minato and his family were saved. They were able to escape just in the nick of time. The home, though, was burnt and destroyed, and was the last sighting of the pyramid head. But the pyramid heads that had appeared on the Suna as well as Takigakure, the whole villages have been wiped out clean. Dead. The other villages also found out about this. Konoha, all of it, abandoned its own village and moved out, and moved to the land of fire, while Minato attended a council meeting of the Kages and informed of the pyramid head and what they have found out about. And after the discussion came to an end, we see Oniki then said, "This is not great. An ancient monster that is unkillable and immortal has awoken. Not one only, but 3 of them. 2 of them have wiped out the whole village. One of them is taking its time with Konoha. What next? We all have blood on our hands. We all have some things that we are guilty of. There's no way just we can stop and kill it, right?" As suddenly, the fog began to enter there. Oh no. He's here. And a dragging sound was heard. He can't possibly defeat all of us. Said, "Hey, no, we can't fight it." But the shocking thing was, all 3 of them had appeared there. As A charged using the lightning armor, only for his fist to be grabbed by the hand, and with the blade swung upwards, the whole arm was cleaved off from his body. As A was saved just in the nick of time, as the pyramid head stood there in front of them, pointing his blade towards the Hokage. Minato ran like the wind. Those who tried to save him all were butchered down, and it became known as the massacre at the Council of the Kages event. Luckily, the forces were more than enough to sustain the 3 until the sunrise. Minato was scared shitless, and so were the others. As Hiruzen and Jiraiya, still nursing their wounds, came. You have to confront him. That is the only way to stop him. Hope for the best, Minato. And so Minato arrived, standing back at Konoha. But nobody came. He began to wander around and arrived at the Hokage Tower, inside his abandoned office, where he saw, seated on the seat of the Hokage like a throne, was Naruto, or Pyramid Head. Naruto. As Naruto then spoke for the first time. Yes. I want to talk to you. Why? Because I feel guilty? Yes. It took me all this time to realize that you were not the monster. You became a monster that I made you to be. Your words, they hold no weight. You are doing this because you were told to do this. You don't care about me. As the faceplate opened, revealing Naruto within, the markings on his face of the scars that he had endured that night. His eyes shedding tears. You never did. To you, I was always the monster. And so I have become one. And I will be one. As the faceplate closed, no, Naruto, wait! But what followed suit was Minato's death. Minato's neck was next day displayed outside of Konoha, stabbed on a spear. And only one word was written. Stay away from my home. Suna and Taki also became the homes of the other two pyramid heads. And the people, they were downright frightened by everything of the past, realizing they were not myths but reality. And if they pissed off a myth, it will become a reality like Pyramid Head has become. Currently, the Pyramid Heads have been satisfied. They have fulfilled their revenge and quenched for blood as well. But if the others do this to their own, more Pyramid Heads would appear. And an army of them, they would not be able to be stopped. 3 of them were not able to be stopped, then how would an army would be? And from that day onwards, Konoha became an abandoned, silent hill. Covered in thick fog, not a single life at sight. Only the sound of a blade being dragged behind with heavy stomps. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story off, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my Polo Uchiha channel as well. As this is it for the day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.